Hi, and welcome to Kelly Bowers Gymnasium here at Bedford Road for the Saskatoon Basketball City Finals.
Tonight we have a matchup of our senior girls basketball city championship between the Holy Cross Crusaders and the Walter Murray Marauders. Following the game, we are also going to have our senior boys city championship between, once again, Walter Murray Marauders and the Holy Cross Crusaders.
We're lined up for a great night of basketball. Stay tuned.
Now it's time to meet the starting five for the Holy Cross Crusaders. Starting at guard, number 4, Kaylee SSSAD. Starting at guard, number 5, Sloan Holt-Malore. Starting at point guard, number 7, Taylor Randall. Starting at post, number 9, Sydney Sander. And starting at guard, number 13, Greer Holt-Malore. The Crusaders are coached by Janiyah Brown, Kyla Shand, and Rachel Sherber. Here's your starting five for the home team this evening, the Walter Murray Marauders. Starting at guard, number 3, Sydney Dibert. Starting at post, number 6, Bryn Yetzke. Starting at guard, number 8, Ryan Deutscher. Starting at guard, number 9, Juliet Smith. And starting at guard, number 1, Esma Banagat. The coaches for the Marauders are Katie Farmer, Kim Grant, and Emily Mack.
Gymnasium here at Bedford Road.
Tonight we have a double matchup of Holy Cross Crusaders and Walter Murray Marauders for both our girls and senior boys teams tonight. Looking for a good one.
We've got our starters introduced and we got tip-off. Let's play some city championship basketball. Cross wins the tip. They're looking to attack early. Skip over to Sloan Malor. A nice dump off inside for Sydney Sander. Ryan Deutscher with the ball. Great attack by Sydney Dibert. Kicks it back out to Ryan. Late shot clock, and a foul drawn by Ryan Deutscher.
So I think Ryan's going to look to attack all game today. I know Holy Cross is going to try to defend. I was talking to a Holy Cross coach for the start of the game today, and they said the keys for today are going to be communication and just back to basics. Keeping Ryan Deutscher in front of you has got to be one of their top priorities for today.
Ryan Deutscher hits the first. Misses the second with a great rebound by Sydney Sander. Taylor Randall looks to push, pulls up for 3.
Absolutely no hesitation there.
Taylor Randall looks to set, dribble handoff to SSSAD. A really nice back cuts.
It's a great back cut, Teague.
Sydney Sander can't get it to go. Here comes Ryan Deutscher. Gets the roll with the nice floater over the top. So Davis, you mentioned the keys to the game for Marauders. What are the keys to the game for Holy Cross?
Holy Cross is going to look to, once again, keep communication and back to the basics, but Walter Murray dominating the boards and containing on defense. Holy Cross is going to look to push quite a bit. If they can slow them in transition, I think Walter Murray is going to find some success tonight.
Speaking of some good transition defense by Holy Cross. A great seal, cannot get the finish by Bryn Yetzky. It's going to be Holy Cross basketball.
Up and down game so far, transition-wise. Both teams are going to look to push. Be interesting to see if we can keep up this pace of play.
Taylor Randall looks to set the offense. A really nice back cut from Holt Mailer. Great job from Sloan Holt Mailer for 2. Ryan Deutscher looks to push. Gets to 2, finds the cutter. That's a great cut, well timed by Sidney Dyberts.
Both these teams doing a really good job of cutting that middle early, driving baseline, then finding the middle cutter.
Younger sister of Sloan, Greer looks to drive. She kicks it to her sister for 3, just short. Ryan hits it ahead for Yetzky. Turnover there by the Marauders. What do we need to get settled into this game, Davis? What are you looking for? Looks like Marauders are coming out fiery.
Lots of possessions early. I think Holy Cross, if they can maintain some ball reversals, get some cutting going, they should be okay to go. Murray's just got to be able to control the ball in the full speed transition.
Greer out to Sloan. Kicks to Sidney. The Marauders are happy with their defense on that possession. It's going to be sideline out of bounds here for the Marauders.
You can definitely feel the pressure on Ryan Deutscher right now. They know where she is at all times on the floor.
That's great awareness. Ryan with the quick 3. Some great efforts by Sidney Dybert. She can't get it to go, but that's excellent work on the offensive glass. Push ahead to Greer's Holt Mailer. She takes a 2-step finish. She can't get it to go.
Yeah, lots of missed shots in the paint right now. Maybe the jitters are just coming out a little bit, but they'll settle in.
A great curl cut. Esma Banganesh with a great curl cut, and they found her on a really nice timing there on the cuts. What are some X-factor players for either side tonight, Davis? What are you seeing from either side?
Well, leading scorers for Walter Murray are going to be Ryan Deutscher, Bryn Yetzky, and Sidney Dybert. For Holy Cross, leading scorers are going to be Greer Holt Mailer, Taylor Randall, and Sloan Holt Mailer. I think if you can get those 3 going, obviously it should be a high-scoring game, and obviously each team is looking to shut down and slow down each player there.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some great defense tonight. Obviously, some offensive firepower on either side. Really hoping for some solid defense to make that challenge in the city final. Great attack. It's kicked out to Taylor Randall. Taylor Randall plays behind the screen, stops in the middle of the key, and draws 2.
In a few possessions, I think Holy Cross is doing a great job of getting 2 feet in the paint, 1 or 2 maybe late shot clock 3s, but if they're going to be competing in this game, they're going to need to get downhill and establish the inside presence.
Absolutely. Randall hits the first. And an offensive rebound after the miss on the second free throw. Swings it over to the Randall. Some excellent ball movement by Holy Cross. And Greer Holt Mailer picks up 2 free throws.
It's a very rare case that those 2 passes, the swing to a ball, reversal to a drive, is not going to work. And I think Holy Cross is moving the ball super well, really making Walter Murray pick up some early fouls here.
Greer misses the first. And she goes 1 for 2. Vanagesh takes it up, finds Deutscher. Dybert's asking for it. Yetzky with the ball screen. Deutscher stops behind and gets the friendly roll
Very
for a
friendly
deep
roll.
2.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think you should be going under a screen when Ryan's shooting it.
Gotta love the transition after a made basket going the other way.
5 seconds and we got some free throws coming up. Quick transition.
Sloan Holt-Naylor to the line. Those key players showing their prowess early in this game. Still a few nerves, perhaps. Free throw shooting hasn't quite settled, but with these athletes, we expect it to. And Sloan Holt-Naylor hits her second. Deutscher tries to go one-on-one against Greer Holt-Naylor. Floater in the lane, gets her own offensive rebound and puts it back up for 2. What is it about that length that's so hard to guard, Davis?
Man, her arms are so long. And she's just always going for the ball. She misses a shot. She's not going back on defense. She's always looking for the next opportunity.
An excellent response from Greer to get downhill and find the cutting Sydney Sander for 2. Sanders having a great first quarter here. Deutscher spinning, finish, acrobatic in the lane. Randall tries to push it up. That's a steal from Juliet Smith. She goes. Vanagesh gets it out. Deutscher for 3.
Great run by Walter Murray right now. Holy Cross decides not to call the timeout. They want to settle it.
Holy Cross, Sydney, Randall trying to find Sloan Holt-Naylor there, but just can't quite with the help side defense over the top. We got 8 seconds on the shot clock. Davis, what are you looking for on this baseline out of bounds?
Well, I'd love to find some sort of shot. If it's a three-pointer, fine, but I think we're trying to get some sort of ball into the paint right now. Ooh, good defense.
Gacko drives to her right, counters to her left, and draws the foul for 2. What do you say to your players about late shot clock situations, Davis?
Yeah, late shot clock situations, you always want to make it tough on the defense. Taking a deep contested three is not really what you're looking for, but getting downhill, possibly picking up a foul or getting 2 points, always something to look for.
Gacko gets the first to go. And misses the second. Sloan Holt-Naylor with a kick out to her sister Greer, back rim and out. Holy Cross continues to battle for the offensive rebounds. They get it to Randall, setting up the offense.
It feels like Walter Murray is just not really getting those second chance rebounds and it's keeping Holy Cross's offense alive.
Little flare screen in the horns action. Sloan, a tough turnaround 2.
You look at both these lineups, Tegan. Walter Murray is graduating 2 players next year. Holy Cross is graduating 1. Young girls out here that are playing unbelievable basketball. We're going to see all these girls again next year, maybe as a repeat.
Absolutely. A travel violation on a bit of a miscue on the Murray offensive end. Here comes Cross into that horns action again. They get another ball screen from Sander to Randall. Gacko attacks, and a great deflection by Murray. Sloan, one dribble pull up, no good.
Maybe Walter Murray bringing number 12 McKaig into the game. Going to get a little bit more help for our rebounding.
Yeah, some great help side from her as well. Greer all over Deutscher. Dybert with the lefty, no goods. Late clock, Yetzky for 2. Greer's looking on the wing. She pushes Sydney Sander through. Gacko catches at the top. A great spin move. Can't get it to go. Murray looks to push. Deutscher. It's good. 4-3. What'd you say about stopping behind, Davis?
Say if you got your hand down, you're going to get a 3 on your head right there. It's hard because Ryan can beat you off the dribble. She can also put a 3 up if you do not have that internal pressure.
Absolutely. Gacko cannot answer. Deutscher is going 2-on-1. She wisely pulls it out. Finds Larson. Jump ball there from Randall.
And Tegan, you've coached against Ryan all year. What do you think she plays for minutes in a game? 40?
She's got to average 39, if anything less. Murray looks to swing with a late shot clock. A great deflection from Sloan Holt-Mailer. She looks to push. Sloan looks to her right, goes left, and finishes up and under. Girls starting to settle into this game. So fun to watch, such high-level basketball, the execution.
Absolutely. Well, just the fundamentals, too, there. That last one was Sloan, full court, fast break, left-handed layup. Execution's unbelievable.
Absolutely. Sloan gets it on a 3, in and out. Deflected last off of Gacko. Juliet Smith checks into the game. She's such a difference maker in my mind for this Marauder team. When she can get out there and get some great ball pressure and hustle, she was an X factor in the semifinal for sure. Greer's looking to set the offense here. Gacko on the wing. Ball screen from Sander. She rejects it, goes left. Great defense from Larson. Deutscher hits it ahead to Larson. Ooh. 50-50 ball. What'd you think of that one, Davis?
It's a scary one. You give it to both teams, though. As soon as they get that rebound, they're not slowing it. They're not setting anything up. They're trying to get that ball over half in at least 3 to 4 seconds.
The pace is incredible. Juliet Smith hits the floor and draws the foul. Fouls on Taylor Randall, back-to-back fouls there. Wonder if coaches will be keeping an eye on it. It's late in the first quarter here. Ryan fights through 2, finishes through contact. What would you do with the timing of this clock, Davis?
7 the clock. Obviously not holding it for our 2-for-1, but we're going now, got about 1 second's going to differentiate. Do you hold it for one shot, Tegan, or do you try to maybe attack at 6 so you can get an offensive rebound?
Ryan spins, goes to her right, kicks out. Dybert, no good. Jump ball, 7.5 seconds left. Holy Cross basketball. Greer's pushing it up. Quick ball screen from Sander. .5 seconds here. Still enough time to get one off. Let's see if we got a baseline out of bounds call here from Coach Janaea Brown.
I think it's going to probably be a little bit of a lob or just a quick catch and shoot. Some sort of screens are coming.
Back screen here from Greer. Kicks out.
It's a great play.
Oh, great look to end the first quarter. And after 1, we've got 21 for the Marauders and 14 for the Holy Cross Crusaders.
And Teague, you've had a chance to play Walter Murray this week when you played them in the semifinals. What do you think the strengths of Walter Murray are after you played them?
Their strengths are in their depth and in their energy. They took it to us. I'm the coach of the St. Joseph High School team, and their ability to push it in transition and their ability to make reads without Ryan. Ryan's obviously going to be amazing and to do her things. It's those second, third, fourth people and the reads that they can make, such as Sydney Dyberts, such as Yetzke, such as Juliet Smith, if they can perform and they can make 2-on-1 reads after Ryan gives up the ball, then they're a dangerous team to stop.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. I think after that first quarter, you see Murray and Cross both getting second chances there. 21-14. Murray's probably just executing a little bit more on those second chances, but still trust that Holy Cross is going to keep this quite tight in the second quarter as well. Both teams picking up 4 fouls that quarter.
And Davis, we know how tight this matchup is. It's 1 seed versus 2 seed. Just how tight is this matchup?
Yeah, it's super tight. So last time these teams saw each other, March 5th, Walter Murray pulled out the win. They won by 22. It's a pretty commanding win. And then the time before that, January 7th, it was actually Holy Cross that pulled out the victory where they won by 15. So obviously these two teams being 1 and 2 in the city haven't had extremely close games when they've seen each other, but I'm hoping tonight's going to be that 1 possession, 2 possession kind of game and they both can keep it tight.
Absolutely. Deutscher setting it up, gets a screen from Dybert, a little flare screen action. Dybert looks to attack left, she spins back, lefty floater, no good. The fight for the offensive rebound, jump ball. It's going to be Holy Cross basketball. I'm looking at both coaching staffs here. Gotta love the level and of execution that each coaching staff holds their team to.
Absolutely. Well, the Holy Cross bench, we got Janaea, we got Kyla, we got Rachel Shervin, all Holy Cross alumni. And man, do they know a thing or two about basketball.
It's awesome. You talked about the youth on both of these teams and how they're not graduating a ton of seniors. Just gotta love where girls basketball is here in Saskatoon and such a high level. And it looks like it's gonna be in good hands for years to come.
Absolutely.
Deutscher drives left, no good on the floater. Gacko with the rebound. Skip to SSSAD. 3-ball is good.
And a 45-45 skip, that is a tough thing to do. Often going to get you an open look for 3.
And she knocked it down with some confidence. Some great ball pressure from Holy Cross.
Got to be careful where you pick that ball up too. I know they are cranking up the defense on Ryan.
Absolutely. Sideline out of bounds here for the Marauders. Back screen from Yetzke to Dyberts. She catches it on the nail. An errant pass there from Smith. Looking for a nice cutter, but just couldn't quite find him. Holt-Mailer brings it up. Dybert watches her closely. Greer, spins her way to the basket, no good. And we've got a battle for the ball, and it comes out Murray foul. Holy Cross foul, Murray basketball. A little bit stagnant here in the first few minutes here from the Marauders. What would you want to run here, Davis, to get a good look here on offense?
Well, I mean, right now, the more ball movement, the better for Murray. I think if you can get it out of the hands of Ryan early and get it back to her a little bit later, I think it's going to be a little bit better. Plus, she can catch a bit of her breath while she's not having someone like Holt-Mailer covering her every single time.
Absolutely. Ryan does try to go to her left, spins, finds Juliet Smith, gets inside. A lot of bodies in there. Sloan finds her sister Greer. A great look. She would want that one back, I know it. Smith pushes it up, finds Deutscher. Esma rejects the screen, comes back to her left. Deutscher, no good.
I think the more you can spread the floor with Ryan with the ball, just to not cloud things, just not to get too many hands in there so she can really operate and get downhill.
Absolutely. A slip from Yetzke. Deutscher catches it on the 45. She attacks to her right. No good. Sander with a great board, and Cross looks to push. Holt-Maylor to Gacko. Spinning, no good.
Oh, there's a couple of those not falling right now, but they're great looks.
That was Addie Pearson there with the rebound. She could be a bit of an X factor here for the Marauders. A great shooter. She does a little bit of everything on the defensive end. Here she is now. Slips to the basket, going to her left.
Addie Pearson, a grade 9 for Walter Murray.
Yeah, an incredible talent for such a young age. Stifling defense there from Holy Cross. Got a little bit of energy from the Holy Cross bench.
So, Teague, what is it? What are they doing to force a 24-second violation there?
I think they're staying down on Ryan while not giving up that three-point look. It's a fine balance. If you get up too close, then she goes by it. But if you stand back, she's going to nail that three. So you got to find the perfect amount of balance. Sloan posts up for two, and she gets it to go. It's a tie game, 21-all. Deutscher finds Smith. She's going to her right. Kick out for Deutscher. Quick three. Banks it in.
I could be wrong, but I believe at the end of the quarter it was 21-14, correct?
Correct.
So 7-0 run by Holy Cross. Just a three-pointer there, but we're still looking about a 7-3 run.
Yeah, great response from Holy Cross, and here's another turnover for the Marauders. Esma's going the other way. A nice find to Yetzky into Smith. Oh, no good. Greer tries to find her sister, but Smith is there. Body's hitting the floor. Smith draws the foul, on Greer. Subs into the game, we got Stella McCaig. And number 3, Sydney Deiberts. And for the Crusaders, it is Taylor Randall back into the game. I gotta say, I love Taylor Randall's game. She dictates the pace on both ends of the floor. And I really want to see her step up here. Cross has made a great run. I want to see her carry that energy forward as she checks into the game here. McCaig with a great offensive rebound. Deutscher just short on the floater.
Walter Murray's scoring has gone a bit dry right now, other than Ryan's 3 in the last couple possessions. They need to find some other way to get Sydney involved some sort of way here.
Yeah.
I know number 14, Esma, she was a huge factor in the game on Wednesday in the semifinal game. It'd be great to see Walter Murray maybe get her involved as well.
Absolutely. Speaking of, she gets the paint. No good on the short 2. Kicks out, but she finds Holy Cross. Sloan Holt-Maylor for 2. Back to Taylor Randall. Espacet, she just hit one from there, just short. Sloan with a kick out. Taylor Randall. It's good. Deutscher looks to push up to Pearson. She finds Deutscher. She gets cut off on the baseline. What are you seeing on that drive there, Davis? What do you want from the defense from Holy Cross on that one?
Yeah, well, often Ryan is going to try to use her right hand and get there too. I found when she uses her left hand, she's always trying to spin back. So right now they are going to try to keep playing her flat, but either way, Ryan is going to get some shots near the rim. You're only going to try to contain her. You're not going to be playing perfect defense on her all night.
Absolutely not.
Obviously right now, Sloan tasked with a very difficult
Absolutely.
situation to try to cover Ryan.
For
I don't know
sure.
how many people have done a perfect job on him this season, but she's always going to get hers.
I'm not sure if there is a perfect job. There's just sometimes good enough. And it's that fine balance. Randall steps back after the ball screen. No good. Deutscher looks to push. Swings it to Pearson. Back to Deutscher. Slip ball screen, not there. Skip over to Larson. Dybert looking for the roll. Into McCaig. Jump ball there. Still Marauder basketball.
There's a lot of jump balls tonight.
Absolutely. I think it speaks to the defensive intensity. Both teams know how big this moment is.
Quite interesting too. Ups and downs, couple runs. Both coaches electing not to call any timeouts. They trust their team.
Addie Pearson for 3.
Grade 9 in a city championship, knocking down a 3. That is ice.
Great draw up there from the Marauders. Way to find her to get her open with 3 on the shot clock. Randall explores the paints, as does Sloan Holt-Mailer. Cannot get the roll. Deutscher with the rebound. She's looking to push. Back to Pearson.
She's thinking about it.
Just long. Stella with a great offensive rebound. Back out to Deutscher. A little strong there. And the timeout from the Marauders. So Davis, a little bit of a comeback there from Holy Cross. Marauders push to another 5-point lead. What did you see from Murray there that you liked in the last response?
Yeah, well, they're rebounding the ball super well. Like we just saw with Esma, putting a shot up, getting a rebound, kicking it back out. I think when we can create those second chances, if Murray's not getting on the first possession, they'll probably get it on the second, on the third possession. So Holy Cross, if you can stop and eliminate any second chance points, you should be able to control the game a little bit more. Right now, every single shot's going up. They got at least 4 rebounders going to control it. Both teams, they're going to average about 70 points in the game. So we are on track, if not going for more right now. These teams are very similar in the way that they also average a margin of victory of about 30 points. So they're not playing a ton of very close games throughout the season unless they're playing each other or when they're playing St. Joe's. I know you had a really big victory earlier in the season, but it's interesting now as they got to play each other in more of a close game.
Absolutely. You want to talk about a little bit of the history of the city final in the last few years, Davis? What have you seen in terms of patterns of teams that have been there or won?
Yeah, so I looked through it this morning, and obviously last year Walter Murray taking the city final. The years before that, we had St. Joseph. St. Joseph, obviously we had COVID the years before. Aiden Bowman in 2018. And then from 2017 to 2010, 7 straight years, Holy Cross won a city final. Wow. They have not won one since 2017, obviously trying to get back. They were in back-to-back city finals the past couple years, but just trying to get one more city championship. It has been 8 years.
Yeah, you got to think they want to get back there in a bad way. And they're on track to make a good one tonight. A great spinning pivot move there from Gacko. Gotta love when a player doesn't give up on attacking, even when they pick up their dribble. There's so much you can do after you pick up the basketball, and it's awesome when a player gets in there and they continue to be aggressive.
Just the use of the pivot. We don't see that a lot anymore. And being able to face up to the basket, get to 2 feet, pivot in, pivot out, and go up strong, it's very fundamentally sound.
We've got a lot of great players that do that. So they never give up on looking for their own shot, even after they get inside the paints. That's what I love. Sloan's game. She's constantly looking to stress the defense. Sloan thought about the 3, decides against it. Randall backs it up. Ball screen here from Lucy Mills. Randall for 3. That is a big shot there from Holy Cross.
Well, it's confidence. Every single time the Holy Cross girls are catching the basketball, they're looking to shoot. If you go under a screen, they're going to shoot it. Every single time.
Absolutely. What you notice from Walter Murray is that they love to find Dybert there in the high post, and she operates so well out of it as Pearson gets called for the travel there. You know, asking some coaches, one big fundamental I know from the Marauder side is getting to 2 feet in the paint. And you know, that one, just that back foot slides a little bit and they get called for the travel, but it's so close to being just what coach is asking. Skip over to Sloan. She attacks to her left. That's a great take. Finish for 2. And she gets immediately up just to guard Ryan. Hey, isn't that awesome? No hesitation.
And there's been not a huge switch in the game, too, of other people covering Ryan. I think Sloan might be taking that job for the whole game. Has Sloan gone off yet? Has Ryan gone off yet? They're looking to maybe play 40 minutes.
Absolutely. It's a great board there from Lucy Mills as she finds Randall, her point guard. Skip over to Gacko. Randall on the 45. She backs it up again. Double high ball screen. She attacks to her left. Scooping and, ooh, just off the iron. That's a great take. Deutscher looks to push. To her left, stops early. It's a great floater over the top.
And I know all of our eyes are on Ryan, but if you're looking to see how they run the lanes, it's far, it's wide, it spreads out the defense, gives Ryan a little bit more of a clear view of the rim. The Walter Murray transition offense is very, very strong.
Absolutely. You got to give credit to the back line. I know that Marauders, they really seal well inside, opening up, especially in transition. We'll look for that if the offense looks to push here. Deutscher swings it over to Pearson. Thought about the three. Skips it. Deiberts. One dribble. 2 feet. One more. Ryan goes to her right. Scooping, no. Randall looks to push. She stops up wisely, sees 3 Marauders. Sloan to her left. Floater, no good. Lucy Mills with the rebound. Ooh.
Thought that might be a bit of a push out of bounds, obviously. Our ref and crew not thinking so.
It's so tough in these city finals, in the semifinals, just how important those calls are. You know the refs, they're trying to do their very best, and that contact sometimes they want to let it play just to, as it gets more intense throughout the game. But yeah, you do wonder about that contact down low. Jump ball there as Smith attacked middle. Janaea Brown decides to take time here. Davis, why don't you give us a little bit of insight? You don't have to give away all your secrets, but what's a bit of your timeout strategy in terms of saving them, maybe first half versus second half? What do you think about as a coach, or is it just you're going by the feel of what's in the moment?
Well, first off, I always grab a chair and I put to the middle because my knees cannot take the bend. I know I'm looking at both coaches right now, and they're down in the deep squat. Second, obviously, I'm not afraid to call the first timeout. I know a lot of coaches don't want to call the first one. I'll take it whenever we need it, and I think you're trying to take a timeout about 2 minutes before you want to, right? To try to stop the bleeding, stop that run.
Yeah.
And you don't want to raise the intensity of a timeout. You want to bring them back down, talk with a calm voice, right? They're already distressed, especially if they're the one calling a timeout. But getting your group together, having them nice and tight group, and just putting back all the key mentalities and principles you've been talking about the whole year. You're not drawing up anything new. You're just re-saying all the things you've been saying since November. What are your thoughts?
I couldn't agree more. Talk a lot about the sports psychology part of the game. When you take a timeout, right, there might be some time to elevate, but there also might be some time to calm down and to organize. And I think looking at the 4 coaching staffs from the top 4 teams, it's just awesome seeing how well these coaches do, and it's really fun to coach alongside such an awesome group of people. As Greer attacks middle, a good draw up there from Cross. Sydney Sander with a great offensive board, 7 on the shot clock. One ball screen here from Sloan. Randall steps back. She finds Sander for 3. In and out. Oh my goodness.
Every part of the rim, but not in.
Deutscher, no hesitation, back rim and out. Great box out from Cross. Oh, what a pass. And what a catch from Greer. Can't get it to go though. A little bit out of control, but you like the push from Holy Cross. That's how you're going to beat this team, is with advantage in the transition play. Fouls on Greer there. And that's her 3rd foul. That could be a bit of a big decision here.
Could be. Just look, too. Greer in grade 9. Grade 9 playing such intense minutes. Obviously, the Holy Cross coaching staff trusting head coach Janaea, having a conversation. Wondering what she's talking about. Obviously, maybe not too happy with the 3 fouls being picked up by her point guard.
For sure. You gotta love Greer's attitude. Watching her body language out there, she's such a competitor. And she's just such a good on-ball defender. You run such a balance of being aggressive and also trying to not pick up those ticky-tack fouls.
So true.
As a great on-ball defender yourself, you could probably speak to that.
It's always probably better off the ball than on the ball, not gonna lie. You were the best on-ball defender. Let's be honest.
A great deflection there from Randall. And Sloan wisely pulls it out.
Shot clock's off. What are you doing here, Teague? Holding for one or going?
I want the ball in Randall's hands. I want a double high ball screen. She's been playing out of it well. She attacks from the corner. A nice cut from Sloan. Gets it to go. Floater over the top. Esma. Oh, not aware of the clock there, but that's okay. And at the half, 32 for the Marauders and 31 for the Holy Cross Crusaders. This is exactly the matchup we expect. Can't ask for anything more on a Saturday night.
No, this is about the best half you could ask for. All right, we will take a short break and be back for our second half action between Holy Cross Crusaders and Walter Murray Marauders. Thank you.
Hello and welcome back to the Kelly Bowers Gymnasium here at Bedford Road Collegiate. We've got some city championship basketball, and my name is Tegan Dirksen. Alongside me is
Davis Humbert. We've had a great first half. It is 32 for Walter Murray, 31 for Holy Cross. Obviously, following this game, we have a rematch of these Saskatoon high schools of our senior boys, Walter Murray Marauders, and our senior boys, Holy Cross Crusaders. But we're not done with this game yet. It's been a great half, 32-31. Teague, any adjustments for either team that you're looking for in this second half?
I want to see a little more off-ball movement from the Marauders. Ryan is so good individually. We got to find a way to get some more spacing, maybe some kickouts. Like the Marauders coaching staff wants some 2-foot paint touches, right? We stress that at St. Joe's. The more paint touches you can have, that just drives your offense with some kickouts and some reattacks. Holy Cross, I was very impressed in the second quarter. I want to see Taylor Randall control the place in transition, and I want to see if they can stop this Walter Murray team from getting open threes.
Love it.
Deutscher picks up her dribble, skips it over to Dybert. She goes to her right. Smith attacks left, stops up for Dybert. Kick out to Esma. One more over to Deutscher. Late shot clock. She attacks to her left, floater. That's great defense from Holy Cross.
And I think with Ryan, if you can get her dribbling the ball to the baseline, there will be people that are open because all eyes are going to be on Ryan. You look early in this second half. Could you get some other people involved just to take the pressure off of her right now?
Absolutely. Randall playing out of the ball screen. Pass goes a little far for Sanders. She got led underneath the basket there. Dybert attacks downhill.
You can see Holy Cross electing to sit Greer Holt-Mailer for the first part of the second half with 3 fouls coming in. I'd say that's a pretty smart decision. Don't want to pick up a fourth early in the third quarter, and then you're out probably until the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. And the one thing about this Holy Cross team is how many athletes they do have at their luxury. So they can afford to sit her for a bit and use her as a bit of an energy boost in this third quarter, or maybe, depending on how much, maybe into the fourth. We'll see. A great attack there from Sloan Holt-Mailer.
I think if you're Holy Cross, too, trying to pick up early fouls on Murray, just to get them to take that step off. They're not playing as aggressive. Just so you can maybe establish some of those free throws. I know they're not falling right now, but if you can get those free throws with the clock stopped, I think you're going to be able to get Murray more on their heels than on their toes.
Absolutely. Got to comment on the coaching style from each of the coaches. On the one side, we've got the clean quarter zips from the Holy Cross side, and on the other side, some classy Katie Farmer with a great outfit.
I know I love that Carolina blue blazer. If I was at Murray, I'd be wearing something like that too. It's my favorite color.
You do love your Tar Heels.
I know you had that nice all-black sporting outfit on Wednesday night, though. That looked clean. All black with the white shoes.
Great turnover here from Esma. She attacks downhill. She is a firecracker. When she runs up the floor, she looks like she is shot out of a cannon. Lefty, hard to guard. You absolutely love her game. I know she had a great game in the semifinal. Finished on the left side of the rim, scooping up and over on the reverse side. She is so fun to watch.
Coming into the game right now, grade 10, number 21 on Holy Cross, Lucy Mills. The first time we've seen her tonight.
Deutscher into Smith, back rim. That's a great look. And Sloan just doesn't give up on a play.
Everywhere.
You gotta love this individual matchup between Sloan Holtmailer and Ryan Deutscher. Two of those key players you talked about early in the game. As Gacko attacks to her left with a right-handed finish.
It's great. Not a lot of help side right now because they're taking care of Sloan. They're taking care of other girls on Holy Cross. So right now their middle drives and the baseline drives are open since we are being preoccupied with other.
Dibert goes to her left with a pull-up. Can't get it to go. Scramble for the ball. And a jump ball. I am loving Gacko's attack mentality right now. With their other players, Randall and Sloan, being keyed in on, as you're saying. That's just a great read, and you know, sometimes you just got to look for opportunities as a player who's not always on the ball. SSSAD gets it over to Gacko, uses the ball screen from Mills, swings it over to Sloan Holtmailer. A quick attack to her left, up and under. Wow.
That's a tough shot. I think if you're getting her 2 feet, not in the heart of the paint, but that fadeaway right-handed floater, if she's making that, I think you're nodding your head and you're getting back on defense.
A great kick out from Esma. Gets the one more over to Dibert for 3. SSSAD looks to attack. Manigash looks to attack. She stops on 2 feet. Deutscher.
It's a great seal inside.
A great seal from Yetzke, but a better response from Sander. It'll remain Marauder basketball here. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see what sideline out of bounds here Coach Farmer has to draw up. A little box action. Dibert slips into the mid.
It's a great pass.
A great find from Deutsch and a great cut from Dibert.
I think you got someone so strong like Ryan on your team that's going to score upwards of 40 points a game. It is going to open up some opportunities, and Sydney's taking advantage of that every time.
Holtmailer looks to attack baseline, out to Gacko. Just strong.
And right now, I think Walter Murray's controlling the pace. I'd love for them to use a little bit more clock when they're not putting in transition, get some ball moving, see both sides of the floor. It's eventually going to end up in Ryan's hands. I think we all know that. But just to get a little bit early.
Here we go. A little floppy action. Ryan pops out, stops behind for 3, no goods. The Marauders do not give up on the play. Yetzke out to Dibert, just hit one, just long.
We talk about rebounding, Tegan. Skill or mentality, what do we think?
I think it's a little of both.
Both, okay.
I think there's an art to the rebounding. You talk about some famous players who are such good rebounders. They watch the ball and they watch its trajectory, where it's going to land. Lisa Tomaitis often talks about the hot spots. Wherever the ball is shot from, it's the opposite side, just past the rim. And right there was a great example of number 12, McCaig, found the hot spots, and that was a great job.
Yeah. Offside rebounding.
Tough bounce there from the Marauders off of Deutscher's leg. Here comes Greer Holtmailer back into the game. She pitches it to her sister. Ball screen from Mills.
They have a nice offensive set going right now where they have a ball screen. And after that, the dribble handoff right into a ball screen right now. I'd like to see them attack a little bit more off that.
Swing over to Sloan with late shot clock. She steps back. Boom.
That is a tough step back over McCaig, who's over 6 feet tall. Oh, and they get it back right away.
You absolutely love the offense to defense to offense. That's a great attack from Sloan Holtmailer. You know what they say, Davis? Big-time players make big-time plays. And we've got a lot of big-time players on both these rosters. Sloan taking control right now.
And head coach for Walter Murray, Katie Farmer, keeping her composure, obviously, when our players are taking turnovers, not taking care of the ball. You can lose your patience pretty quick, but modeling for her players to stay calm. It is a close game right now, so we need our Mirage to stay in as well. She's doing a great job of just keeping that patience and composure with them.
Absolutely. Sloan goes 0 for 2 and finds
just not
Deutscher
dropping.
on the rebound. Deutscher pulls up and 1. And Marauders are elated to see that one go down. A little bit of a lull there, but that is a great response from Deutscher.
That's going to be third now on Sloan. So both Sloan and Greer are both going to have 3 fouls now, 5 minutes left in the third. Wonder how it's going to affect them defensively now, both having 3 fouls. The next one they pick up is going to be almost certainly sitting them on the bench.
What do you think the mentality is in terms of fouls and timing in the game?
Yeah, you have to still be aggressive or else they're going to attack you. But there's no hands, not putting yourself in a position where you're going to pick up that fourth. I'd say right now, Walter Murray getting 2 points is not the same as you taking that fourth foul. So if they get past you, don't make a stupid decision. Just let them have the 2 points to keep you on the floor.
Going back to that play after you pick up the ball. That little quarter pivot after Sloan picks it up, right? And she's being elusive. That's just a great offensive-minded player and just so much skill with both of these sides, but especially Sloan. If you watch her game, you know how much time she puts in.
Well, I think usage of the 2 feet in the paint and usage of the pivot is something that's not as much there in the senior boys game, but it's just the fundamentals. I love watching the senior girls basketball. It's very strong and it's very tough basketball.
And the execution is just such a high level. You absolutely love, we said this earlier, you love where the sport is in Saskatoon. I feel truly honored to coach one of these awesome teams. And I know the other coaches feel the same way. As there's a jump ball, Mills is battling with McCaig for that rebound.
And Sloan is struggling to make those free throws right now. I'm assuming playing 25 minutes has been somewhat of a testament to maybe some tired legs. Just need to get those free throws down the stretch. I know if could have hit a couple of those, probably going to be tied or winning the game by now.
There's also something about this Kelly Bowers gymnasium with those tight rims.
Yep.
With the atmosphere, everything tightens up a little bit, so you got to be extra sure. Long rebound out to Addie Pearson as the 3 was no good for Sander. Throw ahead, great play from McCaig. She kicks it back out. It's quite the catch there on the turnaround, like a corner route for a wide receiver. Addie Pearson, no hesitation, back rim and out. Foul on the rebound there. In a tight game like that, you would like to see that one played out, I think, with a 50-50 ball, but understandably so, there was some contact.
And obviously now Walter Murray is going to be in, that's going to be the 14th foul on Walter Murray, so Holy Cross is going to be in bonus the rest of the way now for their 4 minutes of the quarter.
Mills follows up with a ball screen. Kick out to Sander, floater from the free throw line, just long. Mills quarter pivots, 2-foot fundamentals.
I don't think that's really the shot you want to see from number 9, Sydney Sander, but a great cleanup on the boards there and just a strong finish.
Hey, like our high school coach used to say, sometimes a shot is as good as a pass when you got those bigs down there. Yetzke battling. Jump ball. Esma Banagash back in the game. Dybert to take it out. Let's see what they've got drawn up. A little cross screen. Ryan reads it, pops back the other side. She attacks downhill to her right. Nice Euro.
Yeah, there's a good chance if you're calling a sideline or baseline out of bounds play, probably going to Ryan.
I would do that too.
Oh, that's a great spin.
Great spin from Mills. Just short on the finish. You'd like to see her just be a little more vertical on that finish, but that's a great take. Ryan pulls up. A little sidestep like you'd see in the WNBA. What a shot.
A little Caitlin Clark-esque three-point shot there.
Absolutely. What footwork. Sander looks to attack to her left, skips it over to Sloan. Sloan spins back to her right, floating.
Need that.
Can we talk about the microcosm of those two possessions? Ryan at one end, great step back, long three, and Sloan answers. This is why you love the city championship basketball. Dybert asks for it, floating with her left.
Brand new clock, elects to shoot it pretty quick. Third chance.
Offensive rebound. No doubts. Ryan Deutscher. Timeout, Crusaders.
I think you get lucky when Ryan misses her first round possession. If she's getting the ball back on the second or third chance, there's a very, very high probability she's going to be hitting the second or the third one there. Obviously, Holy Cross trying to rebound there. It's just Walter Murray sending 4 or 5 rebounders to try to just create that loose ball. Maybe not going to grab possession of it with 2 hands, but to tip left, tip right, tip back. All they're doing right now is they're extending possessions, and it's coming up with a 7-point lead now, 50-43 with 2 minutes left in the third.
Absolutely.
If you're Janea in this timeout right now, what are you telling your 5 on the floor right now?
You're telling them to move a body on the defensive side, right? You're seeing everyone jump for the ball, right? Sometimes they're fortunate with the matchup that they have the taller body, but control what you can control. Move someone in the paint, seal that person, and win that offensive rebound, and they don't get 3 3-point looks on the same possession.
I think even with the 7 points lead right now, nothing's done for Holy Cross. They just got to start taking some good choices on offense, not rushing it, not taking that early shot clock, because now you know Walter Murray is going to be able to push. They're going to be able to score at a high rate. You need to be able to still establish that offensive presence in the paint. Walter Murray has had 4 fouls for the last 2 minutes here. Pick up those fouls, score when the time is not moving.
Absolutely. When you play a higher level of competition, your offense directly correlates to your defense and vice versa. Speaking of, what a great slip by Randall, finding Mills for a nice 2, like you said after the timeout, Davis.
I'm impressed with Mills. She's been playing the great minutes when she's come in.
Dybert with the back cut forces it into 2.
That is a bit scary, Tegan. I was looking at maybe a hold by Greer there, but obviously.
Randall pushes it ahead, finds both the Holt Mailers. Greer attacks to her left and gets cut off. Deutscher, she loves that hesitation going to her right and a spin when she goes left. Floater. And as I've heard sayings from my players, she is cooking right now.
Taylor Randall's playing unbelievable defense. It's just the height difference. It's the arm length difference. Randall can keep in front, but Ryan's just elevating over her.
It's that old saying, good defense, but better offense. And we are seeing that tonight. Davis, do you need to panic here if you're Holy Cross?
Never. I think a perennial team like Holy Cross, you're always going to have confidence in yourself. You just have to be in distance when the fourth quarter starts, even those last 5-6 minutes, to be able to take that push. Right now, I'm not worried at all. At 7 points, that's 2-3 possessions easy.
We talked about the great ceiling from the Marauders. There's an excellent example from Yetzky there. She was not going to be denied, and she fought for her position early on that play. What a great finish. Gacko drives left off the ball screen, back cut to Sloan Holt-Mailer. Kick out for Taylor Randall. Oh, you'd like to see that one go if you're Holy Cross.
Tough rebound. Physical down there.
Greer tries to give it a chance. A great acrobatic finish there, but just can't get the roll. 41 seconds here from the Marauders. Are you holding for 2 for 1, Davis, or is that not in your mind right now?
2 for 1. I'm not sure if Coach Farmer's been talking about the 2 for 1, but get a quick shot. Oh, no. Okay, well, they will get the ball back now. Maybe not the 2 for 1 you want.
Well, let's see. Let's see if Janea Brown is thinking the same thing. Sloan down screen for her sister Greer. Over to Randall. Ball screen. She stops behind, hesitates to her right. Kick out. Sloan. One dribble to her middle. Quarter pivots. Can't get it to go.
It's a brilliant defense. Staying down, not jumping, hands up.
Deutscher, 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. She attacks to her right, finishes. Ooh, almost the and one, but draws 2. Davis, do you like that attack with 17 seconds left? I know you and I have talked at length about the mentality going into a final possession of a quarter or even a game.
We have agreements and disagreements. I think when you're Ryan and you have the ball in your hands, maybe the shot clock and the game clock is turned off. You're just going to see whenever you can attack, you do attack. When you're up by 9 right now, extending it to 10, maybe you're just going whenever you feel it's right.
Well, let's see how Holy Cross finishes, and then we can talk about that mentality.
It's a great flare screen.
Randall to Greer, no good. And that's a pretty good look from Holy Cross, but better defense from the Marauders. Way to force Greer into a tough spot underneath the rim. They're just getting it in. And after 3, it is 55-45 for the Marauders of Walter Murray.
You know, you look at the score right now, Holy Cross is down by 10. It doesn't feel like that, though. It feels like it still should be a one-possession game. Holy Cross is doing a great job of getting to the rim. Murray is just doing a better job of defending it without fouling, and I think that's been a huge thing right now. They had 4 fouls for that extended 4-minute run there, not taking fouls, keeping them in front. I think that's just the thing that they're being able to spread away right now from Holy Cross. Once again, hand on the panic button, not pushing it yet. They're going to need a really strong start to this 4th quarter to make sure they're still in the game. Murray comes out, they hit a couple threes, it extends to 16. It is going to be tough to get back into the game just since Walter Murray's offense is just so strong, and if they keep playing defense, not sure how you can hang around. Your thoughts, Teague?
No thoughts, just a question. If you're Holy Cross, do you throw something different at them defensively?
Ooh, it's a good question. Maybe the historic Holy Cross 1-2-2, maybe come out in a bit of a press.
You run the risk of putting the ball into some people's hands with some 3-on-2 if they break it well enough, but right now Ryan's killing you.
And I don't know if he's zoned. I haven't seen the senior girls play a ton of zone this year, just because they're so athletic and normally can guard. But yeah, you know, that's a great question here. Do you try something different? Looks like we're still going to come out in a
different matchup here from Holy Cross. They go Sander on Deutscher.
Oh.
I like that, a little bit of length. Randall, hand in the face of Deutscher. She puts it up, and Greer is going the other way. In a tight game like this, what are you telling your players on the bench in that 3rd quarter break, Davis?
I think just, it's like when I talked to the coach before the game, they said back to basics and communicate right now. I think if you can just keep on going back and doing all those small things correctly of making sure you're not turning over the ball, making sure you are pushing in transition when you get there, but just basics, right? That's what coach told me before the game. They just want to bring it back to basics, not changing anything drastically right now, just keep on going.
Absolutely.
I would like to still see some more drives with some middle cutters. I think that was really working for them in the 1st and 2nd quarters. Gone a little bit away from that, taking some outside shots. I still think they can get that inside presence going too.
I think something I'm looking to see from the Crusaders, right now they're settling for good shots, but in the words of Lisa Tomaitis, you got to settle for great shots. You can't just go through 2 people. You can't go through contacts. So getting that good to great, that's a great cut. Speaking of, from Yetzky, she can't get it to go. Randall looks to push. She swings over to Espeseth, Greer with that hesitation, she gets it to go. That's a great look underneath. Sander up on Deutscher, speeding her up, physical. Deutscher with that hesitation going to her right, stops, floats, no good.
That's just another second chance rebound where keep your eyes on Ryan. Don't let her get a second chance.
Larson doesn't hesitate. And Mills with a great board finds Randall immediately, and she pushes.
You know, Tegan, you're not going to get it back all at once, but plays like that where you turn the ball over in the first 6-7 seconds of a possession, you just have to chip away of getting some scores, stops, scores. You reward yourself with a defensive possession here. Take a good shot. even great shot.
Some pressure there from Kaylee Espeseth. I like just taking away the ball handler's time and space. I like that mentality, but you got to do it without fouling. Hard to know if that was a deflection or maybe Deutsch got away with the carry, but either way, I like the pressure from Espeseth. Speaking of, turnover from Randall. Good steal. She's going down the other way, stops, finds Sander.
Might be an interesting no call there, Tegan. I don't know if we were straight up in that position.
Saw some contact. Hard to know if advantage was taken away. Kick out to Deutscher, back rim, very close. Man, I love seeing 12 McCaig and 21 Mills battle it out here. What a great duo there.
So see if Holy Cross goes to their dribble handoff to the immediate ball screen here. They've been doing that quite a bit.
Sander, like you said, ball screens for Espeseth. She attacks middle. Mills swings it over to Randall. Almost a pick off from Ryan. Back rim and out for Taylor Randall. Kick out for Greer. Offensive rebound. The three is no good.
Three's not falling, right? If you live and die on the three, it's great when you're hitting it. It's not when you're
and that is hard to guard. A great attack. Semi-transition from Deutscher. Man, she's having a game.
She's having a great game.
Greer lowers her shoulder, doesn't get it to go. I still don't think you're panicking here if you're the Crusaders.
No, I wonder a little bit about picking up Ryan in the full court. It kind of depends who you're going to be choosing. If you're picking up in the full court and you're choosing Sloan to cover her, obviously you're going to be taking up some energy. But we are having Sydney now cover her.
Yep.
Size to size matchup, probably correct. Speed is a different story.
That's a better defensive possession from the Crusaders. And it's Randall, 3-on-2. Finds Greer. Cannot get it to go. You absolutely love the attack mentality. That might be talking about that good to great. That's great vertical defense from the Marauders.
I think you're Holy Cross. Trust your shot. Trust your attacking right now. There's a lid on the rim, but it won't last like that forever.
Great baseline. Greer steps back. Unlucky there for the Marauders. Deutscher doing a bit of a balancing act on the baseline, and it ends up dribbling on the line. Holy Cross basketball. Game situation right now, we've got one foul each, 3 minutes into this fourth quarter. 3 timeouts left for the Marauders and 2 for the Crusaders. Again, I ask you about the timeout strategy here. Do you think Janaea Brown is looking, if their energy doesn't change here, to take one in the next little bits?
I'd say so. I think for sure before the 5-minute mark, you got to take one. You got 2 minutes left. Then again, if you take the 2, it eliminates it in your last 2 minutes. But that's a huge 3.
That might change the mentality. A great pass.
And Murray, last 4 possessions, has not been able to get the ball over half. Maybe Coach Farmer, who has not taken one this quarter yet. One more turnover, maybe. Tegan, do you call a timeout?
That depends on her philosophy. Knowing her, I know she loves when the girls can battle through some mental adversity. But let's see. Big shot, Greer. We're almost with the offensive rebound. And it'll be Marauder basketball. Espeseth on Deutscher. Step up ball screen. She rejects and goes left to the middle. Floater, no good. Sloan with a great rebound. She looks to push, finds Taylor Randall. She attacks on Banagesh.
2 shots coming.
The foul is drawn. That's a great speed matchup there from Taylor Randall and Banagesh.
I think Esma doing a great job of not running with her, but running to cut her off. But Randall, a great, what's you call it, a quarter pivot.
Yeah.
Right? Not a half pivot, quarter pivot to get a good shot. Strong take. Finally, some free throws going down right now.
Absolutely. You got to love a great counter, especially when you've got one-on-one. You read the defense, see what they give you. Randall makes the first.
I think Walter Murray right now winning the height matchup when Randall gets downhill.
And just as you said here, a well-timed timeout here from Coach Farmer, but the Holy Cross bench is loving it. They are hanging in here. This is what we love about the city finals here in Saskatoon.
And obviously right now, 5-point game, cutting it down. 10 points a couple possessions ago. Murray just not being able to get over half, which is uncharacteristic of them turning the ball over almost 4 straight possessions. If you're Coach Farmer, are you drawing up a press break? Are you trying to get an offensive set for get over? What are you thinking?
Well, we'll bring it back to that question earlier about how many minutes Ryan plays. You wonder if that's becoming a factor. I know she's in great shape. I would still keep it in her hands and just read the defense. I think it's one move and go depending on who's on you. But maybe Coach Farmer has a different idea. I think if you're Murray, you want to get a good possession here with a look that's not just on the first side. You want a paint touch and a kickouts. I think if you run the risk of taking an early shots and a rebound and an outlet, that momentum could stay how it is. But if you get a good possession, get a kickout and a paint touch, then you give yourself a great chance.
Yeah, you commend Sloan and Greer on Holy Cross for having 3 fouls for a long time and not picking up that fourth. I think the fourth is when you really get into a dangerous place. They're playing defense, getting steals without fouling. You're just being able to claw their way back into this game.
Vanagesh picks it up, and Deutscher, ooh. It always brings me back with basketball. It's a little bit different, but sometimes in soccer, when you're going for that slide tackle and you get the ball first, sometimes they let you play on. I wonder if Sander got the ball first there, but that's not how the ref saw it. Deutscher trying to go back to her right hand. Sander doing a great job with that length. SSSAD slides under as Dybert attacks Sander with the steal.
Tough pass.
Gets it back out, SSSAD. You gotta love the grit from Holy Cross right now. Smith attacks downhill, finds Deutscher.
I think if you're Sydney Sander right now, you don't need to go for any steals. You're just looking at her numbers, keeping her in front of you.
That is a great offensive rebound by Yetzke. You gotta love that. The cut off the attack from Deutscher to Smith. Smith gets downhill, doesn't finish the look, and Yetzke cleans up the garbage there.
He finally breaks that scoring drought. It's a great take. Oh, strong. You can see Holy Cross there. We got 2 people in the paint, 3 people watching from the perimeter. Got to be able to now, with a little bit of desperation, you're down 7. Got to get some offensive rebounding in there.
I think Holy Cross got away with a little bit of contact there as Deutscher was attacking downhill.
Okay, let's play a game right now of who is going to get the ball in this inbounds play and why is it going to be Ryan?
Good call. Smith attacks.
Ooh, not a travel
loses
call.
Control, and it gets out to Ryan, and she wisely finds Yetzke for a beautiful look underneath the rim. Greer attacks downhill right away, no hesitation. And this game is starting to heat up. You can feel the intensity. You know Holy Cross wants to stay calm. You also got to bring that fire. You're down 9 here with 4:45. Back screen from Greer. Flares out. Finds Randall. 3 ball, no good. Greer tries to save to Sloan. She does. Sloan attacks middle, spins back to her left. Man, if you're Holy Cross, you want to see that go, but that is a great attack from Sloan to get downhill and to stop the clock at the same time.
They're attacking very well right now. I think it's just, you got to hit these free throws, and Sloan's had a tough night from the line right now. You'd love to see 2 fall. These rims, Tegan, they are not like
Kelly Bowers Gymnasium.
If you've been in Walter Murray Gymnasium, there is some bounce to those rims. Not seeing a lot in Bedford right now. They keep those rims tight.
That's a great response and a great finish on the free throw. 1 for 2 for Sloan Holtmailer.
Extending some pressure here. Now, Greer being tasked with the new assignments of covering Ryan.
Smith swings it over to Deutscher. She's attacking on Randall. Downhill. No good. Offensive rebound. Walled up. Great defense. Jump ball. You gotta love the battle. You gotta love the fight from either team. No one's given up here. 8 points. With how skilled these players are, that can go away in seconds. Randall pushes, finds Sloan. Sloan ball screen for Espeseth. Mills, ball screen, Randall. Long, Espeseth with a great offensive rebound.
They got offside rebounding.
Sloan comes back to the ball, finds Kaylee Espeseth for 3. They're just not falling right now, Davis.
No, not falling from 3 right now. Lots of them missing long. Oh. That is a big-time foul, big-time block. Coach Farmer wants the foul and has been talking to our referee Dale Wilson about it.
Randall attacks left and a great finish. If the 3's not falling, we gotta get to the rim. Am I right, Davis?
You're right.
6-point game, 3 minutes left. Ryan uses the ball screen. Greer, turnover. Holtmailer for 2. Up
Great
and
strong.
in.
Strong finish when she is outsized. Now one-on-one. 4-point game, Teague.
Life from the Holy Cross bench and fans behind it. Greer with a great denial. Swing over to Smith, cuts her off. Over to Deutscher. Floater.
Oh, the silencer.
Clutch.
Momentum swing.
What a sidestep, just calm, presence.
Just
The
need a good
presence of
shot.
mind.
Just need a good shot here by Cross.
Greer attacks to her left with a ball screen from her sister Sloan. Sloan for 3. Just shorts.
I think the big message from Holy Cross in the second half has just been their lack of being able to hit a 3-point shot. They're tired, lots are missing, and they're not really missing front back. It's all missing side, air ball. So keep on getting it inside and shoot free throws and get your team a bit of a chance to catch their breath.
Absolutely. Another late shot clock situation. Larson steps into it. Just out. Great board from Mills. Sloan. Bit of a sham god there if you know that move. Randall looks at rim. She's thinking about it.
Yeah,
Randall steps back. She had her eyes on the rim and she buries it.
I was about to say, Tegan, give her a screen if they go under. Let her shoot. She's been doing it all game. I think that's her 3rd or 4th one, just like that.
That is their grade 12 leader. That is a great take from Ryan and another offensive rebound and 1. The Marauder bench can feel it.
And isn't that just the story of the game? Second chance, Ryan getting her own rebound, foul. Second chance, Ryan getting her own rebound, scoring, right? That is just what we've been seeing all game. If you cannot limit Murray to a 1-shot, 1-chance possession, you're going to be looking at that 2 or 3-point play.
You said it early. Keys to the game, rebounds, dominating the boards. But Cross is not out of this yet. Don't you think for a second they are? The gym starts to liven up. Sloan over to Sander. It's Shorts. Might have been tipped. Some great defense from the Marauders.
Yeah, 1:20 left. I think you're looking at getting a shot downhill or having in one of the Holtmailer's hands. And that's going to be an intentional. That's my early choice, Tegan. I think it's going to be an intentional foul.
I jumped up out of my seat. That would be a big swing, and it is. It is a clear path foul. I love the intensity. I said it early.
And Teague, can you explain that for people at home right now who might be wondering why is a clear path foul, what that's going to mean?
So what the refs are looking for is on a steal quite often, or maybe a rebound, when someone is ahead of the play and there is an attempt to foul that person that's ahead of them, if their shoulders are ahead of the defender, then that becomes a clear path. It's meant to be a safer way so that there isn't contact late.
And then 2 shots. Are we going to get possession for Holy Cross here as well?
We are. That's why it's such a big swing, is it's 2 shots and the possession. She goes 1 for 2 there, so 3-point game. And this Holy Cross team does not want to go away.
Three-point game, 1 minute left. This is exactly what you want out of your Senior Girls City Championship.
I'm looking across the gym. The Holy Cross fans become alive. The Marauder bench. This is why you love Saskatoon basketball.
Nothing like a loud atmosphere in the Kelly Bowers Gymnasium. This is Brit energy for us as well right now. Love to be here.
We got a bit of a box set up with Melody Gacko spaced to the corner. Gonna get a bit of a down screen. What do you think's gonna happen after that down screen, Davis?
Well, for me, I'm hoping that you're probably gonna get the ball in Taylor Randall's hands. Ball screen, if they go over, get downhill. If they go under, I'm fine. The percentages of the ball screen going under, hitting it, that's what I like. Oh, we're talking about a score change? And the Holy Cross fans are not loving that.
There was a scoreboard error that I might have missed, so that changes it. As of right now, it is 66-61. There was 1 free throw made by Melody Gacko, but I wasn't paying attention close enough to know, so they're trying to sort out that issue on the score clock. Really impressed with the Bedford table. I coached earlier today, and they were so great. Even in the lieu of the errors, they're so great at communicating with the referees. The referees are doing a great job. Just want to commend everyone. It's hard on an outside perspective to see all the work that goes in, but shout out to the Bedford crew. I know your sister, Emily.
Yep. Big shout out there. One of the head scorekeepers, Nathan Buckley. He is an all-time scorekeeper for Bedford Road. He's a great accountable guy. Oh, and Coach Katie Farmer, palms over her face, not happy with what's going on behind the table.
So there's an issue. They corrected it to 66-61, and then they've changed it back to 65-62. I know we've got some officials there, some referees supporting the minor officials.
So, Teague, I'd ask you this right now. This breakage in play for about 2, 3, 4 minutes right now, who's this benefiting? Walter Murray, or is it benefiting Holy Cross?
I think it's benefiting Holy Cross. They were a little bit tired, hands on knees in a few possessions, right? They are the ones that are down, so they need all the effort on the defensive end. Not that the Marauders don't, but I think it's definitely benefiting Cross. If I'm Janaea Brown, I'm probably calling my players over. With a delay this long, maybe getting in their head, but maybe that's just the trust she has in her senior leader in Taylor Randall and this Holy Cross team.
Well, Holy Cross seems light and loose, and they're ready to go.
Farmer,
14 seconds.
Coach Farmer seems confused by the mistake. We'll have to check in later and see what happened there, but the score is 65-62. Taylor Randall with the ball, swing, Sloan, step back, 3, high arcing, good!
My!
And the Kelly Bowers Gymnasium lights up as it is tied 65-65 with 52 on the clock.
Felt like that shot was up there for 10 seconds. The arc, no rim needed. We are tied at 65-65. I can't imagine Coach Farmer and the rest of Walter Murray coaching staff is happy, depending on what the score was or what it could be. We got 65-65, 52 seconds right now. Teagan, Walter Murray, what are you drawing up for the next possession right now?
I've really liked when they get a double high ball screen. They've run that horns into a flare. It's actually, both teams do that really well, just to get some movements. I know they're going to get into Ryan's hands. If you get that, you get an option for an offside action, but you got to get it to your best player.
Is it a 2-pointer? Is it a 3-pointer? What are we trying to go through right now?
Best available look.
Best available look.
You're not trying to take a quick shot, 52 seconds left. You're hoping to get it back. If you get down and you miss, you're still going to get it back for another look. I don't think you're in any rush.
And just in case you cannot see it, it is 5 fouls for Walter Murray, 3 team fouls for Holy Cross. So anything on the floor that is not in the shooting motion, Walter Murray will be not shooting yet, since Holy Cross has 1 foul to give. But Holy Cross, on the other hand, anything that is not in the shooting motion will be shooting 2 free throws.
Coach Farmer elects to move it to the front court. You're allowed to choose what side, and she chooses the side directly in front of the Holy Cross bench. That is a awesome move in the city final. Ryan gets the ball, back cut from Julia Smith. Ryan attacks to her left, she gets downhill, goes into 2, finishes.
Tough take, Teague. Tough take.
Taylor Randall sets up a horns action.
There's
that
flare.
flare, that curl from Sloan, Holt, Mailer. She kicks. Sydney Sanders saves it. Jump ball.
Shows Walter Murray, Teagan.
On the table, it shows Walter Murray basketball, and it is.
Now we get to talk about some.
Are we talking
heavy
about
stuff.
late game fouling situations, Davis?
I would foul. I would foul. Make him make free throws. But right now you're in a middle stance. Okay, there's a foul. Good. I like it. I like this decision to foul. Make them make free throws right now. It's a loud gym. You're not playing in front of your home crowd right now. It's a neutral site. It's going to be tough to hit these free throws for either team. A lot of these girls have been playing for 40 minutes.
Well, now especially, shot clock is off. If they hit 1 for 2, you're still down 3. That's a 1 possession, and they are electing not to foul.
All Murray has to do is just dribble this out.
They could dribble it out. Randall is chasing.
And I'm not sure, Teagan, you had 23 seconds on the clock and you've put it down to 9. You know, you're kind of in a middle ground there. You almost want to foul immediately since they have that 14 seconds. Your thoughts on that?
I think they should have fouled earlier, but I think I was looking at Coach Janaea Brown, and she was not concerned, so they were following the game plan. Ryan knocks down the first. If she can knock down 1 more, Marauders are in a great spot with 9 seconds left. And she does.
Yeah, up to, with 23 seconds left, I think, I could be wrong, the last person I'd want on the free throw line is probably the person that scored upwards of about 20 to 30 points tonight, Ryan Deutscher. 2 for 2, ice in her veins. I was probably going to be looking to foul someone else on Walter Murray. And who knows, they could all be going 2 for 2. But I would have been probably out fouling a little bit earlier. You get about 22 seconds back, and now you're looking at single-digit seconds left in the game, and you're down 4. Obviously, you're advancing the ball. Who's taking a shot right now? Probably looking at a 3.
I think down 4, you're still looking for first available look. It could be a 2 slipping to the basket. I'm really excited to see what Coach Brown has drawn up here. After that, you're going for steal first and foremost in the air. Everyone's up. You don't want to get caught going too far forward because that pass can go over your head and then they can wind out the clock. So everything comes down to these details, right? They talk about some sports being a game of inches. Basketball's not quite that, but it's a game of moments.
Yep, absolutely. I think right now, Walter Murray, hands up, run them off the three-point line. A 2-pointer is not the end of the world. A 3-pointer can give that extra possession to possibly get a chance to tie the game later if the free throws do not hit.
Coach Brown elects to advance it as well, and she will set up her Holy Cross Crusaders in front of the Walter Murray faithful, and the Marauders can feel it now. We can hear this Kelly Bowers gym coming alive. Greer rises, curls. Smith is on her, foul. What do you think about that one, Davis?
Well, 2 seconds off the clock. You're now scoring with the time stopped. Holy Cross is going to go back over to their coach. You have to hit 2 here, and that's going to be the 5th foul for Smith.
I think you are very happy with that play if you're the Crusaders. It's not dire if you're Walter Murray.
Now, you probably make the second one and foul, hoping that Murray is going to miss a free throw eventually. It's a tough one to miss the first. It's tough to miss the first.
Greer Holt Malore stays cool, calm, collected. So impressed from a grade 9. What a moment to be a part of in your first year of high school basketball. Now, she does not act like a grade 9.
Well, it just prepares her for possibly 3 more years of this too, right? Like, these moments are really making her stronger, and this is probably one of the biggest crowds she's placed in front of. I'm not sure what tournaments they've gone to this year, but for grade 9 and then moving into grade 10, 11, 12, this team graduating one player for Holy Cross is going to be stronger and stronger as the years come on. Murray right now has just got to get this ball in bounds, not take a 5-second call, and hit some free throws. So right now, who are you trying to get the ball to for free throws? What do you think?
Ryan?
Ryan, yeah. I mean, why not? Why not? Trying to defend against it maybe to get someone else to shoot those free throws is going to be the challenge for Cross.
Absolutely. I think they do have some free throw shooters they can rely on. I would imagine Coach Farmer is advancing just to the front again. Gotta love the execution from both coaching staffs, right? We might be going back on our word in a second if Janaea Brown can get a stop here and go down, but let's see what the Marauders have drawn up. Coach Farmer.
Also electing to go kind of to a box format here.
Absolutely. Down screen for Ryan. Greer is right there. Just a couple seconds go off there. I saw some contact early.
I find it a bit strange. I think I saw the coaching staff from Holy Cross go and say, we're trying to foul. And you almost let 2 whole seconds go off the clock. You wonder if that's going to make a bit of a difference. First one's missed. Reminder, are you allowed to call a live timeout in Saskatoon high school basketball?
Not with the FIBA basketball rules that we follow. You're keeping me on my toes, though, about my rules, though. Misses the second.
We're not done yet here, Tegan. We are not done.
Davis and I both look at each other after that out-of-bounds call. This game will not end, and we are here for it.
Missing 2 for 2 and getting the ball back on an out-of-bounds call is the best possible scenario for Holy Cross. I think any sort of 50-50 right there, it's such a tough one to call. Giving it to Cross, they're going to put it up into half court, obviously. Who's getting the final shot?
I think you got 2 options. I would love to see you get it to Taylor Randall. She's knocked down a few big threes. However, Sloan's hit the last one. I'm excited to see this. I know Janaea Brown, she's got these late game situations, and we might be taking back our words, Davis. Going back to that late foul that had 9 seconds. This 9 seconds has felt like an hour in here in the Kelly Bowers Gymnasium.
Now, obviously looking for a 3-pointer here. Randall hit about 3 or 4 here tonight. Walter Murray looking to defend. No threes allowed, but you also cannot foul or go into the lane of the shooter. So making sure once that shot goes up, you're not going into their space, you're giving them a place to land so that you don't give them 3 free throws with possibly no time on the clock.
Coach Janaea Brown elects to take it again in front of the Walter Murray faithful on the sideline. This is what city basketball is all about. Elevator screen. Sloan, Holt, Maylor dribbles around, step back. It's no good. And the Marauders hang on to win. A thriller, 69-66.
Wow.
Your 2025 city champions.
Man, it's tough, and you see Taylor Randall in tears, and this is her last game in the state as a Holy Cross Crusader, obviously going on to Hoopla next week, but what an amazing game by the grade 12 Taylor Randall. I feel like that was the last shot they wanted to get. I feel like the first one was there a little bit earlier, and after the dribbling gave them a chance to defend a little bit better, but what a game, Tegan. Unbelievable performance by both.
We've got to give credit to both sides, not only on that last play. Shout out Esma Banagesh. What great on-ball defending on such an elusive offensive player. Also need to give great credit to the Walter Murray and Holy Cross Crusaders coaching staffs. I can't say enough about the level of high school basketball on the women's side as well as the men's side, but what a great showing here from the city finalists.
Back-to-back, Tegan. Back-to-back city championships for the Walter Murray Marauders. Once again, Holy Cross just barely coming up short of that city championship. They're probably going to have to wait another year now to see if they can get that city championship. But what a game by both. Reddies, you think the game's over? Very, very close game. All right, we will take a short break here before we come back for our senior boys matchup of our city championships between Walter Murray senior boys and our Holy Cross senior boys. Thank you for watching our senior girls stream.